Now let's take a look at a very unique school in our Black Forest community, the School in the Woods.
The School in the Woods was founded in 1999. The School in the Woods is a school of choice. That means that it is a regular school in terms of how many school days we have out here, what the hours are like. We follow the District 20 scope and sequence as well as the state standards. So any child that comes to School in the Woods gets all the academic material that they would normally get in any other school.
The perfect candidate for School in the Woods is a fourth grader who has a passionate interest in the natural world, in plants, animals, rocks, weather, any aspect of natural science. We do not select the students on the basis of academic ability or any special needs they may have. We're simply looking for a child who just loves to learn about the natural world. The school is limited to 52 fourth graders. Any fourth grader in District 20 who is very interested in natural science may apply during their third grade year to attend School in the Woods. Their name goes into a lottery and it is selected by district administrators, and those students are admitted for the following school year.
Our goal is to provide the opportunity for a small group of children to experience this large, relatively undisturbed piece of land firsthand, and to learn about the natural world and the natural processes from this land. The students participate in a wide variety of physical activities, and one of them is archery. We chose archery when we were planning for this school because, first of all, we wanted an activity that was non-competitive. We also wanted an activity that could be done outdoors. And archery is an activity where the children can focus on their hand-eye coordination, they could work on their concentration skills, and it's an activity that both boys and girls can excel at equally. It's an activity that they can just work on trying to gain the most mastery they can.
We're very fortunate at our school to have a small but very healthy pond which students have access to. And one of their very favorite aspects of science is to study both the living and non-living parts of the pond. We collect the small creatures, the nymphs, tadpoles, and other insects that live in the water, and from them can determine how healthy the pond is. We also learn to measure the oxygen, pH, turbidity, and temperature of the water, again, to measure what does that tell us about the health of the pond. And that's absolutely one of the kids' favorite things to do out here.
It's such a different experience than any experiences that I've had before I started working out here. These children are so enthusiastic, and they chose this school, so maybe that's part of it. You know, this was something they selected and they're excited about, and it's a small enough place that they think, you know, this is our school. And you don't get that in a big school of 550 kids. Many of the activities that we do in the School of the Woods are similar to activities that are done in other schools. The difference with this school is that we have this large piece of land that we can do a lot of our activities on. We try to learn as much as we can from the land, so we may be reading in our classrooms or we may be reading outdoors. We may be journaling in our classrooms, but we certainly prefer to journal as much time outdoors. We go out there, we sit at our sole spots and we write. They're asking to do that. A lot of the artwork comes from the land. The students learn about how to sketch natural objects. They also do some ceramics out here, so they're working with clay that came from the earth. We study animal behavior and animal adaptations. And one way that we do that is by having a display area called our Discovery Center. In the Discovery Center, we have a collection of skulls, feathers, pieces of animal fur, bones. Many of these things have been picked up right here on this property by some of the School in the Woods naturalists. Other students have found many of these when they've been out on trips with their families and thought, wow, this is something neat. I want to donate this to School in the Woods. These items that we have really help the students understand the wide diversity of animals that we have that inhabit this planet, and it also helps them understand adaptations that the animal has in order to survive in whatever ecosystem that it lives in. That's what really makes this school different, is that the children spend a great deal of time outdoors, not only learning about the land, but doing a lot of their learning on that piece of land.
One of the things that's been very powerful at School in the Woods for our students has been learning about the lives of naturalists in the past. John Muir, Rachel Carson, Aldo Leopold, some famous, some not so famous. To find that there are people who aren't rock stars, who are not sports figures, who aren't making millions of dollars, but who lived their lives doing something wonderful in and for the natural world. Finding role models that they can model their life after has been an unexpectedly successful part of our reading and writing program at School in the Woods. My very deep hope is that every student who comes to School in the Woods will take away with them a deep love of the natural world that will enrich their life for the rest of their life. Some of them may go on to become naturalists, park rangers, biology teachers, but even if they don't, the love of the natural world that they can share with their own children and carry on for as long as they live will make their lives that much fuller and richer.
And these same students, not only will they understand their role in the environment and the role of humans in the environment, but they'll also understand the consequences that we face on our planet with the actions of humans.
Any parent or student who would like to know more about School in the Woods can contact us between mid-August and early June at 495-1865.
Or if they want more information, they could write to us at 12002 Vollmer Road, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80908. Keep wondering, naturalists!